Hey guys, I'm Travis Cronin, Entertainment Director at Us Weekly, and you're watching the Kardashian Korner. Today I am joined by my two lovely hosts. We have Brandy Robidoux. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And we have Nicholas Gonzalez. How are you, Nick?
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Going real good. Excited to get into all of the Kardashian drama this week. Now, of course, we are going to be talking about Julia Fox, Pete Davidson, Kanye, and Kim, because this love square or unhappy exes, whatever you want to call it, just keeps getting like hotter and hotter every week and more confusing. Now, Kanye West, as we have reported before, has bought a house across the street from Kim and the kids that he shares with her, so they can co-parent a little bit, but it seems that Kanye is not the only one looking to move to LA to be close to Kim. So Us Weekly can exclusively report that Pete Davidson is eyeing a residence in Los Angeles. Now, Pete Davidson is a native of Staten Island. He lived with his mother up until 2 years ago, but he has recently moved out and has gotten his own place on the island right outside of New York City, Staten Island. But a source can tell us that Pete has been spending more time in LA to be close to Kim. He's looking to find a serious place there. And the insider goes on and says, quote, they have gotten very serious when referring to Pete and Kim's relationship. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see if Pete finds a place on the same street that Kanye did, right across the street for them. And we'll just have to see. What do you guys think? Do you think that could be like a nice happy couple of Kim and then her ex-husband and her new boyfriend just across the street from her in Calabasas?
Well, Travis, I think it's interesting that this reporting came out very soon after Kanye West bought a house near Kim. So it might be Three's Company. But I think it's so sweet. I mean, they're spending so much time together. It would make sense for them. That's quite the journey from Los Angeles to Staten Island. So maybe it's time.
What about you, Nick? Do you think this could work out for these crazy kids?
Yeah, I think it would work out. It's just crazy to me that he has the money to he's buying a ferry with Colin Jost and now he's buying property in LA. That means this relationship is getting really serious where he's considering, having a second base, a second home base. She's going to be bi-coastal just like Kim is. Well, Kim is kind of global, but, I'm kind of impressed. That means that it seems like they're moving forward really fast.
Yeah, it does. Usually, a lot of actors, people in Hollywood have a place in New York and LA. Just the timing of this seems a little strange since he just started dating Kim and now he's all seems to smitten to move to LA when he never has, ever in his life. Let us move on to the Kardashian shade online. We all know it, especially with Khloe Kardashian. I can't think of a single instance in her life when someone did her wrong and she did not post a cryptic Instagram message. Now, of course, you remember that Khloe's ex, Tristan Thompson, was caught Snapchat messaging with Marlene Nichols, a personal trainer, and then she wound up giving birth to, his baby in December. And Tristan initially denied the baby was his, but to quote Maury, the results determined that yes, you are the father. So he posted an apology to Khloe. Everything seemed to be fine. But then there was a TikTok user over this past weekend who accused Tristan of snatching her phone out of her hand when she tried to take a picture of them partying and taking shots together. And this was sort of maybe this is the last straw for Khloe, because then the next day she says, betrayal rarely comes from your enemies. That's all. Cryptic, but not so much not so much cryptic because of Tristan's recent answers. Several members of Khloe's family commented on the photos in a clear sign of support. Of course, Scott Disick, who's really her best friend in the family, said, "You ain't never lie." And then, liked from all of her loved one supporting her during this rough time. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was personally waiting after Tristan, third trimester Thompson, found out to be the father of this new child, where Khloe's betrayal Instagram was going to be, where was going to be her passive aggressive post, because I've never seen her miss one. Brandy, was this just exactly what we wanted from Khloe, and just the right type of passive aggressive?
Oh yeah, we were waiting for this. I mean, Khloe Kardashian is the queen of cryptic quotes, and anytime she's been through a breakup or a traumatic life experience, she always has some kind of inspo or advice to share online. So it was only a matter of time. But I'm just surprised that Tristan's already daring enough to be seen out with women again and have women sitting on his lap.
Yeah, that really shows what's up. Nick, what do you think?
I mean, her caption's accurate, but also I'm kind of I have a different viewpoint in this, in the sense that him being seen with other women after reports say that they're completely done, there's no way they're getting back together. Like, now he's single, so now we're gonna go after him after, I mean, we can go after him because he's been doing this while they were together. But now they're separated. There's apparently reports saying that they're never going to get back together ever. Like that song, I forget who sings it, but if that's the case, then we kind of have to just, he's got to be out of the media's eye at this point.
We're definitely going to see him on the upcoming Hulu series if we do not see him on the basketball court. He has been filming with them for most of the series, and I'm sure this will be a gigantic storyline going through, because Kris Jenner knows what she's doing, and I'm sure the people at Hulu do as well. This week was also jam-packed full of unique, but also not out of, the realm of lavish possibilities for Kardashians for date nights. Now, this past Thursday, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson attended a dinner party at a Jeff Bezos dinner party, which sounds like they probably served really nice food. They rode together in Kardashian's car, and they stayed at Jeff Bezos' estate for hours before being spotted arriving at Pete Davidson's Beverly Hills Hotel downtown. Now, Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble were also in attendance, which was co-hosted by Jeff Bezos and his partner, Lauren Sanchez. This was after Kim and Pete have been seen out a ton of times, and Kanye was actually spotted at a different place, but not with Julia Fox. Kanye West was at Nobu Malibu, the place where all celebrities go to mingle and play and all the date nights happen. He was spotted talking with a lot of other women. Nothing really looked romantic, but Julia Fox was not there. But a source tells UsWeekly that same day, Julia Fox was out in New York City at a trendy nightclub place downtown with a bunch of girlfriends, and she went up to the DJ and requested Easy by Kanye West, which is the song the diss track against Pete Davidson that Kanye released, saying that he wants to beat Pete Davidson's ass. So, I mean, that's really a supportive girlfriend, that Julia Fox, not only requesting her boyfriend's song in the club, but also his diss track against his ex-wife's boyfriend. Can you even keep up with all this mess unraveling, Brandy? What do you think of these dates?
I barely can, but I can. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly kind of a romantic gesture. She's out with her girlfriend, she's having a girls' night, but he's still there in the back of her mind. She has not forgot about Ye. And it's sweet, and it just shows like they're going strong, even though they were on separate coasts that week. Kanye was seen in Malibu, bantering with women on a friend's porch by the beach. But I mean, they are still going strong apparently, and had each other in the back of their mind while they were doing their separate things.
Drew, what do you think, Nick?
No, I think it's cool. I like the fact that we're getting these like paparazzi moments that actually seem natural and not like forced or like a playbook thing happening where, it's like, all right, we're gonna, they're gonna come out this time, come out here. And then you just see them acting, like walking very slow, and arms, everything is like unnatural just so they can get the perfect shot for like the camera. And also I like the fact that Julia is doing this song requesting. I think it's like the most uncool thing ever to go to a nightclub and be like, hey, can you play this song? But it is like a huge sign of support, and it seems like the relationship is strong because the guy's not there, and she's going out of her way to get in New York City to start playing that song. Like, it's kind of old already, like with the way social media works and TikTok and everything like that. But you know, I guess the relationship is going strong, even though they're in different coasts at the moment. So that's a good sign.
It is a good sign, sort of adorable, happy for them, but these two suffered a little bit of a road bump this week as well. Now, Julia Fox, we have just found out, happened to date for a long time one of Kanye West's now bitter rivals in the rap game, Drake. Yes, it seems she had a hotline fling with Drake and that he even gifted her 2 Birkin bags, and we hear that Kanye is not thrilled about. We're told that Drake first reached out to Julia Fox via Instagram to compliment her on her role in Uncut Gems. But after Julia Fox's relationship with Peter Artaneff crumbled later that year, we hear she got back in touch with Drake on Instagram. Now that she's single, she was like, man, maybe I should go up to that A-list actor who hit me up, who's very cute, and see what's up. Now, Kanye used to say that he was an idol of Drake's. The pair, you know, had a lot of good times together, a lot of reporting together, but then things turned surprisingly tense since 2011, when Drake said publicly that he believed himself to be a competitor for Kanye West's top spot at the rap hierarchy. He told Source magazine at the time, "My goal is to surpass everything he's accomplished," when speaking of Kanye. Now, of course, Kanye does not love that. So they've had a lot of beef. It's sort of gotten back and forth. They've gotten better. They've gotten worse. But it can't be happy for Kanye, especially, you know, someone who's so into himself and his image, to be dating someone who's dated his bitter rival. Brandy, what were your first thoughts when you heard this?
I was really surprised. You know, I think Kanye's relationship with Julia was the first time I'd really heard about her romances in the public eye. So it's pretty interesting. She was dating an A-list rapper, the other like biggest rapper in the world, without anyone knowing. And it seemed like they were somewhat serious. She was flying back and forth to his house in Toronto. So I thought it was really interesting, but it's definitely a knock on Kanye and Drake's friendship. I mean, they've been feuding on and off for so long, and it actually seemed like the past few months they were doing kind of okay. They were spotted out together recently, you know, partying. They went to a comedy show. So now I feel like things may have taken a turn for the worst again.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to be okay. Nick, what do you think? Do you think Kanye and Drake, this will ruin their relationship more?
No, I think there's still a little bit of bitterness on Kanye's end with the relationship. I mean, when people were trying to say like, oh, you tricked him into a versus battle, he's like, no, I didn't. But then he was kind of like feeling like the compliment, like, yeah, maybe I did. But I think he's over it. I think he's over that whole thing. I just think it's just funny because the way she's been talking about Kanye lately, like, oh, he's got me all this stuff in my hotel room and stuff. But if this report is accurate, to get 2 Birkin bags, like that is an insane amount of money just for one. And they're super limited. Like that is above anything Kanye has done. I mean, according to whatever Julia Fox is saying is true, like all these clothes, like forget that, like a Birkin bag, that's insane. I would lose my mind if I even like, you give me a Birkin bag, I might start dating you. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, Same. The other thing with this is like Drake is really good at if this is really accurate, Drake is really good at keeping relationships secret because he was caught in a stadium with another woman and that was like a whole viral thing. And he's usually kind of like a little public with his relationship. So it's interesting to see which ones he's keeping private and which ones he's a little bit okay with, you know, keeping in front of the media.
Yes, it seems like it's true. And, you know, a Birkin bag is always a good gift because it's an investment. You can resell it for a while. It's sort of like giving someone something pretty they can walk around with, but also that they can sell for a higher rate later. Well, that is all of the news we have today. Brandy and Nick, thank you so much for helping me break down all of this wild intersectionality and love triangles and everything that is going on between the Kardashian family and those that love them. And guys, we will be back next week for a new episode of Kardashian Korner. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.